ministerial job this time round. Luckily for me, I've been around before when I was a local government minister. That was key to understand the grassroots matter and what's happening. And so with the chieftaincy issues, I quickly got to know that it's a major issue that affects our national security. Indeed, the very day I was sworn in, as soon as I went home, I had a call that tomorrow, the following day, there will be cabinet, but before cabinet ends, I'm supposed to be somewhere, an emergency. And so we left Accra out of the jurisdiction of Greater Accra, and we slept overnight, but we talked till 2 a.m. At least we were able to calm them down. I won't tell you the location because we're still talking. Then whilst we were there, I got a call that you have to go to the north and to tackle the Bawku issue too. So that should tell you that it's not a ministry that you have time to waste or time to think hard. You must have been prepared before you come here. And that is the advantage I have, having been a minister of local government before and having also known the terrain of the country as well as the civil service way of working, so that you just hit the ground and start moving. But most importantly, I believe it's also my own spiritual belief in the power of the Almighty God. In matters like this, you don't just start without prayerful sessions and also understanding that you are not by yourself and you need His Spirit, you need His own agenda, and you also need to commit that you are going to be very honest and direct and be truthful to everybody. And this is what has made me maybe be able to move quicker, because I don't have any prejudices, I don't have any biases. I just want to go in with an honest heart and straightforward approach, and also to understand and listen. In most of these cases, if you don't want to listen, you won't get to know anything. And there are entrenched positions in each one of them, even the ones that seem to be a family matter, where whoever is supposed to be the chief and the other contestant, but if you don't go in and listen, you may be misled by one side. And then you start taking a position and you've messed it up. So that is the terrain I've come into. It's very unpredictable, but it's manageable because of the background I've got and the power of the Almighty and my ability to listen also, and to be humble enough to understand that you are not the solution in the way that you can solve everything, but you facilitate the solution. That's the ministry's job, is to make sure that the chieftaincy institutions themselves, who understand their own customs and their traditions, and you facilitate for them to meet and be able to resolve those matters. That's my approach.
Interesting. With the travels, I'm sure it's afforded you the opportunity to understand the nitty-gritty of issues that contribute to all of these disputes that we do have across the country. What are these issues and how are you planning to resolve them?
The nitty-gritties of those issues sometimes date way back in the colonial time, so you got to understand the history. That's something I have to quickly get through. So if you don't understand the history of the area and how the problem has come to be as it is, you pick up the middle and ignore some people's sentiments, and then you mess up. So one, I have to learn the history quickly, and I've got the advantage of having been in politics for so long that I have a fair idea what's happened in Ghana before. Then secondly, you got to understand the key players involved. Some may have passed away, but they've left some legacies, and they've left some words, and you got to understand who are these key personalities and who influence others. So that's another key nitty-gritty. You got to get your head around it. I also realize that you may also notice that whilst they have entrenched position and all that, they are also eager to seek peace. It's an integrity thing that if you don't understand, you think it's all fight, and it's all anger, you won't get far because your mindset is on to problem solving. Yes, it's true, but you got to understand that they themselves are sometimes exhausted. They want somebody to find them the path. And so when there's a new minister who comes in, and I'm new in the ministry, but I'm not new in the terrain, and they know me, and they know that I tackle issues. I don't fudge around it. I don't sweep it under the carpet. My whole life is when my mom taught me that. Actually, I thank my mom for that. She says, "Kojo, when there's a problem, try and discuss it. Don't sleep over it. Tomorrow's another day. Don't carry yesterday's problem to tomorrow." So rather than sweep it under the carpet, you got to really understand it. And when you do, no matter how they are in entrenched position, they begin to pull back and listen to you.